Welcome. So this session will be about something else, not the subconscious, nothing else like that, but black magic, curses, and the dark side. I want to talk about this. I want to spread out awareness about that because angelic beings or good people, they don't have it in their system, something evil. But there is evil, and we have to be aware of it so that we can protect ourselves. So first of all, I want to share my own story so you can understand, or maybe you can link to it. Because I was born and raised in Germany. I was working from 9 to 5, a regular job. And I worked a lot on my subconscious, and I had the chance to escape the matrix in 2023 in October, where I left Germany completely. I burned the bridges and I went to Dubai with no plan, nothing, no business plan, no people that I know. So I just went there with 10,000 euros in my pocket. And the first year in Dubai went very well. I was financially very relaxed, so I could spend how I like. Even I didn't work for 1 month because I was more in, it was Ramadan, so I was fasting. I said, okay, I don't work. So this is how my financial status shifted. And I was even earning more than in my corporate job by working less. So I did my coaching session, reading sessions, and so on. I will open quickly the chat as well so I can see if there are any questions coming from you. Okay, perfect. So everything was perfect. So I understood that I dissolved my money blocks. It wasn't there because it was for long term. So I was in abundance. And also then I left from Dubai to Turkey for the summer pause, and I was in Turkey for almost 3 months. Again, everything was perfect. I was spending money, going around, and so on. With the same confidence, I went back to Dubai. And in the beginning, it was okay. There was nothing like always, because I thought also, okay, it's the beginning. I'm again here, so I have to start from a little bit of zero. Spreading the word that I am in Dubai back again, and I'm open for sessions. So September, October was okay. And you have to know that I also started a relationship, and my partner, he came from Turkey with me to Dubai because I said long distance relationship makes no sense. Let's get to know each other by directly getting into one apartment together. So we moved in. So then November, it was okay-ish, but I was like, okay, very interesting. And I did some rituals like prayers and so on, that the abundance shall flow again. I thought maybe it's a phase, maybe it's astrologically something or whatever. So I found some excuses, let's say. December, it started to get really, really miserable. I was so frustrated because I was meditating, I was praying, and so I'm a Muslim, so we have a lot of powerful Islamic rituals which you do, and then it really, really activates the energy. And I experienced it a lot before. So whenever I was like a little bit in a like squeezy situation, I did this, and the next day really miracles happened. And I trusted on that. But not that much happened. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I started to call around friends of mine who are also psychic, where I trusted. And I opened myself. I said, like, is this a sign from the universe that I still, after so many years of subconscious work, have still some kind of money blocks? But then I thought, if I would have some, why was last year so abundant? It doesn't match. And friends, a couple of them were looking, and yeah, I don't see anything like it. Maybe it's a phase. No one had an explanation. And one friend from Germany said even, yeah, I have friends who experienced the same. Probably it's something collective. Be patient. Okay, but I have to pay the rent. It's not fun anymore. And I needed even to how do you call it? To lend money, to borrow money from someone, one of my clients. And I was so down. People even like recognized it because I'm always positive and so on. But I was in a fight with God himself. One day I had even like a crisis at home. I was really shouting at God directly. I said like, is this a kind of joke? Because it's not funny, because I have to pay the rent and I don't have the money. Because I needed to take money from the credit card to pay the rent for the first time of my life. It was I think it was the the January rent. So until March, this was exactly, I was juggling with the money. So it was coming, and I had only one specific client who was really convinced of me, and he really consistently like took sessions. So he saved me, and I was not open enough to say him, hey, I need money. It doesn't look good. I stopped making lives. I stopped showing myself. I stopped recording videos because I was ashamed, thinking like, how is this possible that I teach others, getting thank you messages and wow, you're amazing. So the work I'm doing works perfectly. Like people are amazing, like getting amazing results. But then after this fall off, I had only like 1, 2, 3 maybe. So the money income was so low that I started fighting with my partner, because he just arrived to Dubai. So he had also no job at all. He's astrologer. And I said to him, don't worry, I'm making money in Dubai. We do it together. Anyways, I have to pay the rent. Anyways, I have costs. So you are not a burden to me, and so on. So no problem. I was so confident. And then I started to attack him. And like you see nothing is happening, and you also don't earn money, blah blah blah. But there was a stupid fight. When you would look from the outside, you would say like, this is not the woman I know from online. What is going on? And there was, as if there was someone behind me making me fight with him, but like ridiculous sometimes. I even was going to the bedroom, and then I couldn't hold myself, and I was going back and continuing fighting. And then I stepped back and I said like, this is very crazy. This is not me. Like literally, I'm looking to myself from the outside. There is something wrong. I went to 2 sessions then, because I thought, okay, there is something in the subconscious, maybe still something about my father and so on. But you have no idea. I was so frustrated because I've done so much about my father, especially because he's alcoholic, and he never touched me. I don't remember anything, even from childhood, that he like touched me, or any kiss, not at all, nothing like that. So I know it's a huge issue. And I was cursing to God, like saying like, you gave me already this test and I moved on, and still you now continue with other tests. It's not fun anymore. So then I talked to a friend. I said, I think I need to leave Dubai because I cannot make it anymore. Financially, it's not possible. If it's going on like this, it's not possible. And I said, maybe it's a sign from the universe that I need to leave Dubai, and I'm at the wrong place maybe. Okay, then I take it, then I move on, no problem. And she said, did you consider black magic? What you are telling sounds to me exactly like black magic. I said, like, come on, like, okay, I believe in black magic. Okay, I believe in it, but it is not that I believe it in a way of someone could do something to me, because I am so high vibrational, my energy is amazing. And I always say, even in my lives to my Turkish community, if someone is here, they will know, I always said, nothing, no one can do anything to me, because I'm under divine protection. I'm under protection of Allah, of God. She said, yes, but I know someone, just check. I said, okay, I mean, I have nothing to lose. So the man, he looked at me and he said like, you have 2 black magics on you, done 2.5 years ago, and one almost very near, like new, like November. And this was exactly the phase where I started to fall down with my finances, and also with my relationship, which was not going good. We were thinking about separation. So then I understood who it was, because it was I had a teacher, unfortunately, even a teacher who is teaching spirituality and all this stuff. He was born, not born, sorry. He was raised since 13 years in spiritual environments, and he knows a lot about the Quran, and also, but please don't mix up with religion, because normally this is forbidden in every religion, black magic. So it is normally forbidden, but he knows everything. So he was my teacher for 2.5 years. So the 2.5 years matched as well. First, he did it then, so that I stayed dependent from him. He locked my crown chakra, so it was working, but not really, really working. And I could, after I found out, I could relate to that, because before he locked it, I did also reading sessions. And in my reading sessions, I was very, very specific. I could say, like, even I see someone with this age, hair, and like numbers. I could get, like, it was very, very, like, people were shocked. But after that, I was still do readings very good, but it was limited. He was limiting me, so I stay attached to him. And indeed, whenever I had hardship, I was contacting him. So I was continuously having some issues, but it was not a big issue. The second one he did was when I told him, because he started to message me like, oh, I love you so much, I miss you, and so on. And I said to him, okay, but now I have a partner, and I'm afraid that he might see it and he might think something, that we had something and it's not nice, and so on. And he said, no, we have a bond, which is not like destroyable. We will be like forever together in a way, spiritually, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, like, no, please, this is going too far. I don't want, blah, and so on. And I said, let's, like this, like I was cutting the distance, the communication at all. This was the moment where he did the second one. And this makes so much sense, because then it started with the financial thing. The funniest thing is that I did for myself rituals, I took sessions, I did everything. It shocked me a little bit that someone has so much power to do something like that. I will tell you another story so that you can link. Before I found out the black magic on me, I had a client 1 year ago, for 1 year, who had a similar situation. Very beautiful Spanish woman, married for almost 20 years, and his her husband is very, very rich, like very multimillionaire. And out of nothing, he goes to someone who is totally a criminal. She was searched by, like, I don't know, Dubai police and so on, something. And like there was something going on. And the Spanish lady was beautiful, although she was in her 50s, 60s, whatever. And she said, I'm pretty sure that this lady did something on my husband, because he turned like he started to treat her like an enemy out of nothing. And I said, yeah, maybe this is an excuse, because I was not into black magic, and I thought, yeah, this is maybe an excuse to soften the heart. And I said, yes, maybe there it is, and so on. So afterwards, I found out that she also put a red magic on this guy, and red magic is done for love topics, so that someone is blindly in love with someone. You have to know that this kind of stuff exists, because afterwards I was so angry that I said to this guy who destroyed the black magic, I said, I need to learn this. I need to learn this. I have clients who have similar topics, so I need to learn it and to help them. Because I have some clients, not all of them, but some clients, whatever I do, it doesn't work out. I do sessions and they are leaving very happy. I do hypnosis, subconscious, mindset, and so on. But still, and they say, I feel good, but still the money doesn't come. Still, I don't know, I'm not good with my husband. But in the inside, I feel peaceful. So the session I do works out in the subconscious, but energetically, the doors are not opening. So the thing is that if you are work, or if you have or know someone, I mean, there is a reason why you are here, right? So if you wouldn't relate to it, you wouldn't come in. But if you did a lot of work on yourself, and if you have the feeling that something doesn't feel right, then it might be that there is something energetically blocking you. It can be also that you don't have a black magic from this life that someone did, but maybe also from past lives, any kind of curse or black magic, or from the ancestors that was passed through. So maybe it is your task to destroy it. So it can be like ancestors, past lives, or this life, that there is an energy working on you in the background, which is sabotaging you, especially when you have the feeling like, what is going on? Like, this can't be that you have like continuously a repetitive pattern here, although you do meditation, you do mindset work. Look, it is very important that you also do the work on yourself. So if I have someone also, some people are asking me, can you check on me? Which I do this, like I do this for free just to let them know. And some people I said, no, you don't have any kind of, it is just your subconscious. And they say, yeah, I didn't work on it. So yes, please work on your subconscious. And even this eases your heart. But please get in contact with me. This shall be my little gift to you. Just if you like have the suspicion like, there might be something, what I only need is your full name and your mother's first name. Like, I don't need surname, any other confidential information, just the first name of your mother. And you can message it to me, and then I just check it, and then I can let you know if there's something from past life, ancestors, or from this life. At least you know then. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy and you work on it, but nothing really happens. I worked afterwards on 22 cases. So this guy unblocked mine. And by the way, after he unblocked, the next day my phone started to like, hey, I want to book a session. It was like little, it was not just like running in the house. But then week by week, I was completely free. Even the money was not flowing extremely. I was completely released. I was again in the confidence. I felt different energetically. But then it's really crazy. Like, it started like this. Again, like last year in Dubai, exactly the same. And I came to Istanbul and I thought, maybe in Istanbul it will, let's see, because I have nothing here, no clients and so on. And now it's spreading out again. So it is completely open. And because I did a lot of subconscious work already and worked on my money blocks and limiting beliefs, there's nothing to work anymore. I see the flow. Sometimes I'm like, is this true? I swear, for the first time of my life, I have money aside. Normally, this is my father's behavior. He was getting money and spending it, and I did exactly the same. For all these years, I was earning, and how much I was earning, I was spending. Even last year, yes, the year before, when I was in Dubai and I said I earned a lot, I spent a lot. So there was nothing left over, nothing, zero, all the time, all those months. If you would look to my accounts and see what I earned, you would say, oh, minimum you would have an apartment right now. Nothing, still on rent. It's changing right now, I know. I set the intention now to settle down and to have something also on my own. But before that, it was all the same. So I worked on my subconscious, but because I had this black magic, like a ceiling, the money couldn't get through me. And for the first time, I'm not shopping anymore. I was shopping for stupid stuff. I have something and I bought a similar thing or whatever, or like how can I spend the money? How can I get rid of the money subconsciously because of my father? It's gone. And now it's like the money, it's not disturbing me anymore. When I see the cash there, they say, hi, welcome, and you stay this time with me, and it stays. And I'm now saving to hopefully then buy an apartment or something, whatever it is. So this is very important. And I told about the 22 cases with the which I worked on. I give you one example. I worked on a lady. She was around 55. She had 5 black magics on her, 5 types, and it was always her ex-mother-in-law. Exactly, the mother-in-law it was. So she wanted her to be dead, that she dies. And she told me before I started working on her, she said like she has migraine, like as if needles are like going into her head. It was crazy. She was even praying to God that she dies. She couldn't take it anymore. So I did the work with her. First week, she said, like, I don't feel something. So you have to know that it takes time, up to 4 to 8 weeks, that you feel the difference. And after 3 weeks, she messaged, like, this is a miracle. No more migraine at all. Her life quality changed. She couldn't sleep, and like everything shifted. Another lady, I did the destroying of the curse. The next day, she got like, this was the fastest thing, which I was also surprised. The next day, she got a job offer, and she was stuck in the same job for 2 years. You have to know that there are evil people who are doing this, because for you and me, it is like, really, I said, like, how can someone do this? I don't know. I really don't ask me this part, because I don't know. And it is important that we protect ourselves from this. Since I experienced this, I must say, before that, I was not disciplined with protection. I was always telling to others, but I must admit, I was sometimes lazy, not taking care, not doing it. Since I experienced this black magic stuff, oh my God, I am doing the protection. Not in a way of, oh, I need to protect myself from, no, not, please, you don't do this like that, because you're an infinite being. But there is evil, there are dark entities which want to eat up your light and pull you down, because they don't want you to spread out your light. So these are, like, let's say, our unseen enemies, but not to make them more powerful than you, not to make them more greater than you and being scared and afraid, because this is what these energies wants, but to understand, okay, there is something like that, and I need to protect myself. This is very, very important to understand. So in a way of protection, I can give you some important things which I do by myself. So I forgot it in the bathroom, but I have how do you call it? A bottle, a glass bottle, but it should be a glass bottle. Okay. The glass bottle, you fill it, like, if it's, my glass bottle is 1 liter. So not 1/3, but like this. You can do it. I do it also with like a feeling, like it doesn't matter how much it should be, but like this, you do salt in it, but please Himalaya salt if possible. Then the rest of it you put in grape vinegar. I asked the spirits, does it really, really matter? And they said grape vinegar is more effective and more powerful. So this is very important. Then you mix it, and then you keep it in the shower place, because whenever I do my shower, in the end, I put it on me, and I imagine how, like, the energies are literally like getting destroyed. This is one thing. The second thing is, so, like, because I'm Muslim, there is a prayer. I shared it with a lot, because it's not about the religion. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, there is no separation. It's all coming from the same source. So I have a lot of Christian friends who I shared with, and they embraced it. And I said, yes, of course, I don't have a problem if it's an Arabic prayer. And it is called, for the ones who knows it, it is called the Safat Surah. Yeah, I can share it in the WhatsApp group as well. So it's like 16 minutes. And what you do, so you have to know that this specific prayer is, how do you call it? Targeting dark entities, jinns, dark energies, and whatever. So those are targeted. So in a way that you can open it in the background. So it's very silent. You don't have to like hear it out loud. It can run in the background in the house or apartment where you live, and then it will be like completely cleansed. This is very important that you have something like that. If you know some Christian rituals from your religion or Hindu, I don't care, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It all leads to cleansing. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying this is the right one. There's nothing like that. So if you know, then it's totally fine how you use it. This is the second thing. Then the third thing is that I do like prayers, and really not just imagining a purple light around me, but imagining like how this light is showering and like coming towards me, and asking for divine protection and the angels. I didn't call the angels before. I didn't do that. I was just saying divine protection. Now I'm specifically saying like to the angels, please like protect me, that they are around you. This is another thing. So you have also to know that there are different types of black magic and red magic and so on. Some are done very, very professional, that they are really like this. This was in my case. Even my psychic friends didn't see it, for example. They looked at me, but they said, I don't see anything. I realized that I have the gift to see even the hidden ones, because I did 2 days ago a reading at one lady, and I saw like a octopus, like a black energy completely around her. And I said, I see something which is done since 2023, and it is for your abundance that it is cut. And she said, like, spot on. Exactly, since that year, nothing goes good and so on. And I said, don't worry, we will destroy it. Because I can see also when it was done. I had one guy, he contacted me because he said like he has some coldness towards his wife, although he loves to have sex with her and to be together with her. But since like something happened, and then he's cold, he says, and he is thinking that maybe there could be black magic, because he said this is not normal. Like there is nothing also physically, like, but the desire towards her stopped, and I love her. I checked. And I never say something like, give me something, because I want to give them the information, so it's also convincing. And I said, okay, I see something which is done, I don't know, I forgot it, but let's say like 3 years ago or like 1 year ago, like this, and they say like exactly. So when I get the confirmation, then I work on the cleansing and whatever it is. And it's mostly spot on. Yesterday, I destroyed another black magic on someone, a guy. I was doing it. And I was all the time. So I need to also later say that it is not easy with the black magic to destroy it. I will tell you also why. Because some people ask me, can I learn it and so on? Because I know it's like something exciting also to fight against the darkness, but it is a little bit tricky. While I was solving it, I do it with Islamic rituals. I was like working on it. I got dizzy all the time, and I had some like, again, some needles, and I knew the dark entities were attacking me, but this dizziness was something physical. And I wrote this guy and I said like, do you have something like something dizzy within in your body or something like that? And he said, no, but my mother. And I see the number 2016, and I said, is around 2016? And it's, yes, exactly. Since then she has it. And I said, the black magic which was done was not only spotted, targeted on you, but also your mother got it. And the poor lady had since 2016 this vertigo, and then also like this dizziness. And she goes to psychiatry and takes pills. Why? But people are doing this. I asked the spirits again. I said like, why are you allowing this? Like, these are good people. Why? Because really, I meet them. All of them are so good. Like, I don't know. I don't see any bad in them. And they say karma. So most probably there is something where we did something in the past lives, or maybe our ancestors, or whatever it is. So it was in a way of convincing that there is karma and that there is something needed to be paid, let's say, but it's over. Because I said, like, if it wouldn't be over, you wouldn't be here and I couldn't destroy it. In my case, I asked, why did it happen to me? Because I needed to learn so I can share it with you, so you can open yourself. Why is it tricky to destroy the black magic? You have to know that dark entities are very, very dangerous if you mess up with them. Very. I give you some examples. For example, almost every time when I'm destroying it, I get attacked. Like I feel like squeeze, I feel like heartbeat and so on. So you really, really need to stand strong. Sometimes I had the feeling that as if an ugly face is watching over me. So you don't have to panic. You have to stay calm. It is also that they love to harm. For example, that you accidentally, for example, make fall something, or you accidentally do something that you get in harm, anything, or that you fall. For example, you go down the stairs and you somehow fall, or you do an accident. So the protection is here highly important. So I wouldn't dare to teach someone without being sure that this person is completely confident with the dark dimension, because they can be getting harmed. They can get even ill, cancer or whatever, if they do it like consistently and they don't protect themselves. You know, the healers, some healers are either they have a lot of weight, or they are sick, and where you think like, this is a healer, how can this person be sick or illness or whatever it is? But this is exactly the reason why, like, they are not protecting themselves properly enough, good enough, and the dark dimension is attacking. So this is very important. So don't tap into these energies without being very, very confident, because again, they take you as an enemy, and yeah, they can attack. So be careful with that. And I have also here a question. Let me check it quickly. Oh, I maybe read it out loud for later for the recording, because they will not say it. So I have a question while you are talking about your teacher, who is now aware that you have found out he put the magic on you, and because he knows a lot, could he find some other way how to curse you or how to influence you? This is a very good question. Thank you. The answer is yes, but I sealed, or not me, this person sealed my aura. So there is a divine protection, like symbols, that it is like bouncing back. I'm carrying it even right now, but it's in my bra, so I cannot show it to you. I forgot it, but I have it like a prayer. And this is what I do as well to others, because exactly, some are very powerful. So this entity who was causing the black magic and who is then gone, this one goes to the teacher or to the person who did it, and then shares it. Yeah, the black magic on Nurgül is now vanished, it's gone. So it is very important to be aware of this as well, that there are very, very powerful people. Unfortunately, I hear a lot of Tunisia and Morocco, but in this Arabic culture, there is a lot, but also I see in Turkish culture, there is a lot. Sometimes I see so much. Sometimes I say, like, is it really possible? Like, am I wrong maybe? But when I say the year, when I say what it is about, the people say exactly like that. And they also say, like, this feels not right anymore. There is something wrong about it. You know, you have the feeling that, like, there is something, but I have no idea what it is. So let's check on that together. Sometimes it's, again, not this life, but past lives. Let me see if I told you everything. And now also, please feel free to ask questions about this one as well. No, I think this is all about it, what I wanted to tell you. Let me check if there is any kind of question. Otherwise, I think This will be like a short talk, 35 minutes, but you know, I do normally more. Yeah, no, the energy stopped from the spirits. So keep your prayers. Prayers are very important. Oh yes, one more thing they are saying is that when you pray and when you ask for protection out loud, the protection is there. But when you only think about it, or you think the protection is always there, but it is like it needs a commitment from both sides, that you also say like, okay, please protect me from any kind of evil. One more thing is that, yes, I forgot, thank you. Why there is so much black magic is that it is so easy to enter you. You have Instagram. I go into your WhatsApp profile picture. So only the picture is enough. Back then, they needed a hair, a nail, something about you, because there was no photography. There was no picture, right? So because there was nothing like that, they needed something else. So right now I can technically print out your picture and do some voodoo stuff and whatever. I had one lady also from Africa also. They also have this kind of stuff. I know in Madagascar, there is this kind of stuff. So it is not on, because it's not only in the Arabic culture, the Christian ones, not the religion one, but the Christian culture, let's say, because I want to separate it. It's not about religion again. I know that, for example, with, what is the animal's name? Swine, oh, I forgot, pig. They take pig fat. So they take the fat, the oil or whatever, and they put it, for example, in front of the door. And you know, because you cannot take it away. It's that somehow you cannot clean it or whatever. And people, if they discover it, they should run to someone to take help. I had also one situation that one man, he took a pill, medicine, so he got sick. Okay, he was very like good seen, good looking, and very earning a lot of money in social places, very seen and so on. And then one day he got sick, and he took medicine from a guy who came to his house and to help him and to give him medicine because he was sick. And he even said like, okay, we are not that close, like why that? But he was not thinking about anything. Then for 6 years, no income at all. Very, very low. From earning this much, completely dropped down. He even checked astrologically if there was something specific those years, nothing. Normally, even Jupiter was in his second house. So technically, astrologically, he should earn a lot of money. Nothing, completely, everything fall in together. And then the spirits showed me how they did a technique on him. So whoever did the black magic took a picture, and then they took something burning, and they did some, not prayers, but some spells. And then they burnt the face of this person, for example. For example, another technique is that you take spoons. If you want, for example, you want to, not you, this person wants to be together with someone and wants that they separate. They go to someone who knows the ritual. They take spoons, and they take the spoons back to back. And then they do some, I don't know, rope and so on, so that they fight. Another thing is that, for example, if you want, or this person wants to be like together, the spoons are towards each other. So there are so many things. There are even black magic possibilities with spices. And the problem is, you have even Google and whatever, like how do I do black magic? You look and then you find something. And this is very important to understand. If there is no karma or something like that, then whatever black magic this person tries to do, nothing will happen. So it will not go on them. So it will be like completely, how do you call it, like protected, because there's nothing. So don't think that everyone is, there's a possibility that there could be some black magic, but only if there is some kind of karma. So this person needs to experience it. There is some kind of payment, let's say, some kind of debts. So even if you find out something or you went to someone or whatever, don't get mad or angry or like, oh, I lost years because of this, but see what the gifts are behind that, and to understand that there is a karmic reason. Otherwise, it wouldn't be allowed. You are under divine protection. So yes, Africa is very, they have this this how do you call it, puppets, or like where you like put the needles in. Did you see on Instagram this one reel with American football with this the lady who did this, and someone caught it, like, and this man was on the ground laying down. It's really crazy. This exists, unfortunately. So there is, what about if there is some curse in the place we live, not directly on the person, but in the space? Can we find out somehow? Yes, very good question. That one is easy to cleanse. Thank you for that question. It's very important because I forgot it. You take a glass, you fill it with vinegar completely, and like this, like this, you put salt into it. It can be, again, Himalaya salt, and you put it somewhere, for example, under your bed or someone in a corner, and then you make it wait for 1 week, for example, not just in one day. So if if the color turns into some color like reddish or dark or some color, then you know that, and this is also a ritual where you can take the energies into this, and then you like throw it into the toilet, and then you look like it's also a cleansing. So first of all, you can see if there was something, and this is like a magnet. I had one time where I was putting it into each rooms, so it can take. There is one ritual for yourself which you can check on if there is some black magic, evil eye, or dark energy or whatever. And this is, you take again a glass of water. You put like this, half of it, you put water and a little bit of vinegar. How much, it doesn't matter. There should be a little bit vinegar into it. Then you take a fresh egg, not boiled, fresh egg, and you put it into it. Sorry, you not into it. You do 3 times upon your head, in front of your third eye, and then your neck. 3 times you're going around, and then you set the intention, show me if there is any kind of spell or whatever on me, and then you break it and you put it into the glass. You take the glass, you don't put it, you have the egg inside, and then you put it for, like, you hold it here for 1 minute, not too much. You hold it for 1 minute. You can close your eyes. If you can do this, just joking. And then you wait, and then you put it aside, and then you wait. So if there are a lot of like needles, thin lines, but a lot, not just some, because I checked, I did it also without doing. So if there are a lot of needles, then there is a possibility of a spell or something like that. If around the yellow part, there are some black spots or bubbles, so like something around which doesn't look natural, this is a sign for especially evil eye, for black, not black magic, but like evil eye, nazar, we say. Yeah, evil eye. I think there is no other word for it. This is another thing which you can do. And if you have the feeling, this looks like something, there is something, you can do a cleansing with exactly the same, that you take an egg, you do it to all over your body, and you imagine that this egg takes like a magnet all the energy from you. And then you put it into, again, the same water, a little bit vinegar, and you put it inside. You don't need to put it on top of your head because you know already. And then you put it next where you sleep. So it's like a magnet, it takes all the energy. and then you flush it away the next day. This is what you can do. You can do it up to 3 days, and you will see that it will get less and less, only if you have something like that. I checked on me, like to test, but there was nothing. It was like clean. So share it with me. I would also love to see some cases, because I directly work with people. I don't do this ritual, but this is more for you if you don't have the chance to work with me or with someone or whatever, and you have some how do you call it, like doubts about it. You can do this ritual for yourself to cleanse yourself. Okay. This is what I can share. Yes, you can. I will share here if you are not in the WhatsApp group, because then you automatically will see my number. Don't be shy, because it doesn't take so much time for me to check on it. So it's no problem. I will share here the WhatsApp group for if you're not in it, and there you can see the message. Feel free to WhatsApp me. That's absolutely fine. Okay, when the magic was on you, why your divine haven't warned you or told you? Didn't they know, or they needed you to find out yourself? Very good question again. So if you have this black magic on yourself, it is like your connection regarding to yourself is lost. So I was not able to read myself. My intuition was not working. I was full in panic mode, because you have to know, and this is again a good question, by the way, if you have black magic, it's not just an energy. There are negative beings with you around, because they take care that your life is completely messed up. So they blind you, like you're blindfolded. I was exactly like this. I said, like, I couldn't see. I couldn't even channel properly for myself. I was okay being able to do things to others partially, but I was not able. So you're blindfolded. One thing, for example, I will tell you, this will explain. I had one lady, one of my really strong followers, and she said, like, can you check on me? I checked. I said, I see something. And I told her this year, this about this, and so on. And then she turned against me, and she said, you know what? I don't believe in this, and I will not take it from you. I will not believe in this, and I will try it with my own methods, and I will cleanse it. She was highly in ego. And I said, okay, the dark beings won over her, and they whispered to her, don't trust this woman, and like she's lying, or whatever it is. And she was full in ego, and she was not accepting it. And I said, okay, of course, I don't mind, like, it's not my problem. And it is also that, like, I don't insist then. So for example, this is what also people do, they get aggressive, but it is not them getting aggressive, it is the energy, the one who is whispering. And this is what, when I'm destroying curses or black magic, those people get also like a little bit nervous, aggressive. I feel also the tension on me, like it's not easy. Again, it is really, you need to be a lot of like strength, because some people have 2, 3, and they are demonic. It is not just a cloudy dark energy. It is really like, be careful with it. Exactly. I hope this helps. Yes, of course you can get help from this guy when you think that, like, it's because we also work together, because I don't have the time to destroy. So of course, like, you can connect. So if he sees something, then he can also do this, and we are in strong connection. So he is someone from Turkey. He doesn't speak English. He's Turkish, but I like how do you call it? I signed for him. Because he changed my life. He destroyed it. This is why I trust him so much. And also we did together with him on some people who had a little bit strong curses, where I said, okay, this is not my league. It is too much, and I don't want to because this is not my profession. This is not my main topic where I concentrate on. Mine is readings, channelings, hypnosis, subconscious work. I don't want to go too much because it's really, really not easy. I don't like it, to be honest, to work with this stuff because the attacks are too heavy. And on long term, it's I don't like it, I want to say. Yes. So no, if you're in the WhatsApp group, you don't send message in the WhatsApp group, but you can see my number and then you go to my number and then send a message, it says. It should be like this. So it's not in the group, but in the group, there is my number. Okay. I think this is all of it. I don't see anything else. You also can know if someone has dark entities around when they are too much jumping in their behavior. So one day they are completely nice, the next day they are like a devil, and it's jumping around. This is mostly, you can be sure, 90%, I want to say very carefully, but 90% it's dark beings around this person who makes them like fight, you know, like telling like, do this, say this, blah, 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 don't blah, blah, blah. And because this I experienced. So if there's an attacking mode, then you can be, if this person normally is a good one, I'm talking, not narcissist or whatever. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, and then see you again. Stay in touch. I will message you for the next thing. I have the inner child's topic, which is upcoming, and then I will message it in the group. Thank you for joining, you all. Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks.